until Bobi Wine becomes a president, he's not accountable to us. Bobi Wine is accountable to his funders. For his funders to be able to oil the machine that runs the person of Bobi Wine, he has to give accountability. What really caught my attention and made me emotional is this video.
Mama. Baba mukwano bibakoze.
Bambi.
Bankubisiza amasanyalaze.
It strikes me that every man is a child in the hands of their women, especially when they decide to confide in them. Bobi Wine looked like a child who is reporting back to a mother after having a failed fight. So yesterday, Bobi Wine was supposed to campaign in the western part of Uganda, specifically in Fort Portal City, Bunyangabo, and Kyenjojo. But unfortunately, he was only able to have a campaign in Bunyangabo. But his efforts to head over to Fort Portal and Kyenjojo were foiled by police. They told him he could not use the main road, so they tried to divert him to other areas, to other alternative routes, which Bobi Wine refused. According to the sources that I spoke to from there, they say that if Bobi Wine had actually taken those alternative routes, he was actually going to arrive there the next day because they were extremely long routes. But for me, what really caught my attention and made me emotional is this video.
Mama. Baba mukwano bibakoze.
Bambi.
Bankubisiza amasanyalaze. Sigenda gende eyo kubanga balina obulabe baagala otutuusaako. Lwaki batusindika mu nsiko nga lwala eryali?
It strikes me that every man is a child in the hands of their women, especially when they decide to confide in them. Bobi Wine looked like a child who is reporting back to a mother after having a failed fight. And you could tell that within the tone, Babi's tone and Bobi Wine's voice and tone, there was quite a lot of pain and frustration. It's so sad that politics has to take us this far and treat each other in this kind of manner. Because if you look at the videos depicting how Bobi Wine came to have a torn shirt and have that terrible, frustrated look on his face, you'd actually get to realize that Ugandans have lost shame, that people that we are calling the custodians of the law are actually have lost shame. Because if you have the capacity to treat a presidential candidate to that extent, a presidential candidate, someone who's an international figure, elected, that has been nominated by the Electoral Commission and has a huge following, reputable member of society, can be treated to that extent. Ask yourself, what will they do to you, somebody who is not known by anybody, literally a nobody? I think we are headed for tough times, and it's time for us to just keep our fingers crossed, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. That's what I would think. But again, on the flip side, I want to look at these events as things that are depicting government sort of like working in favor of Bobi Wine. This is my analogy. Until Bobi Wine becomes a president, he's not accountable to us. Bobi Wine is accountable to his funders. For his funders to be able to oil the machine that runs the person of Bobi Wine, he has to give accountability. And therefore, police and security operatives are helping Bobi Wine give his funders accountability. Every time the international community sees these kinds of images, Bobi Wine being brutalized, people being killed, tear gassed and beaten like cows and dogs, it cashes in money into Bobi Wine's account, just so you should know. I wish the police knew this, or people that in the higher powers, in the higher echelons of leadership in Uganda got to understand this. they would actually do better to just let Bobi Wine have a peaceful campaign, because at the end of the day, we can't pretend that results are going to come up otherwise. We know who's going to be the president because we know how business goes down here in Uganda. But again, I think President Museveni is well cognizant of the fact that Bobi Wine is accountable to the Western people in Canada, people in Europe who are funding his campaigns. But again, he's no longer concerned about the opposition. He's concerned about protecting his seat. All right, and therefore, he's doing anything possible within his power to ensure that he protects his seat and keeps himself in the power. Now, this is what happened to Bobi Wine yesterday during the campaigns, and it's really shaming to even witness that this is how far police operatives or people from the ruling government can actually, how far they can go to treat a member of opposition. These are not my images, that's just caution. These are images of from TikTok, but specifically from the Helper TV. Big up on yourself, the Helper TV. This is not my content again, so we're just going to use it as courtesy.
Leave me alone. Okay, leave me alone. I'm not committing any crime. I am going to campaign.
Hey.
Don't fight with them. Okay? Don't fight with them.
I must really commend Bobi Wine for the patience, resilience, and the patience and composure that he has within himself, that after all this kerfuffle, he has not punched anybody, but has gone as far as telling people, please be non-violent. Don't beat anyone. Just let them do whatever they do. Let's go on business as usual. It takes a high level of tolerance, but also it goes to show you that Bobi Wine is pushing the police to the extremes for them to do the worst, so that he makes them look bad. Because in this case, the police is extremely looking bad, because Bobi Wine is not armed. He's simply holding a flag in his hands, a ballistic helmet, and a bulletproof jacket with a kaunda suit. A man just dressed for a political event, not to harm anybody, not to kill anybody, but to speak to people's hearts and convince them to vote him. And then he has a group of people that are fully armed. That goes to show you the extent to which the state is actually scared of this man. So imagine Bobi Wine was armed. What kind of force would they use against this man? Imagine, guys. Imagine. What kind of force would they use on this man? Damn. They dragged him like a chicken thief. Shit.
Enter your car. I'm going to campaign.
Go to your car.
Okay.
Go to your car.
Don't fight with them.
Don't go to your car.
Sir, I am going to the rally.
No. That is the other side of
Campaign,
town.
sir.
Okay, we are going to the rally.
This is the road.
Get back to the
You are police. You can lead me.
No.
You can follow me.
You go with you.
But I am not going to take 4 hours to reach my rally.
Get to
I left Kampala at 3 a.m. in the morning. I have not campaigned because you blocked all the roads.
Wow.
No, sir. Put me in the police vehicle and drive me to the rally.
Don't push me.
That's our Sajamwe. Not done anything wrong. Okay? I'm having the national flag. I'm a presidential candidate. Look how you're embarrassing me. Look how you're humiliating me. You're provoking me to violence. I will not fight with you, sir. I will not fight with you.
Oh my God, man. The patience that Bobi Wine has. His Jesus Christ, his patience, man. Man. This, and meanwhile, while these guys are busy trying to pull Bobi Wine and do all that, they're actually working for Bobi Wine. Bino police byekola Bobi Wine bimukolera kuba Bobi Wine nga bwe mbagambe tali accountable kufe paka nga afuse president, then he'll be accountable to the people of Uganda. Right now, Bobi Wine agezaako okuwangula emitima gy'abantu. But until he becomes president, Bobi Wine ayina baakolera. So abantu baakolera ayina obbawa accountability. kati poliisi kyekola okumuyisa obubi ye accountability eno Bobi Wine gy'awaaba abamuteekamu ssente. N'olwekyo gavumenti wenjogerera essaawa eno ekolera mukulu Bobi Wine. Era kino Bobi Wine kyakola, when he tells you be non-violent, ne mutakuba muntu yenna, ne mulaga ekifaananyi nti gavumenti enyigiriza abantu abatali armed, abatali violent, abatagezaako kulwanyisa bannamateeka, that in itself is an abuse of human rights, of fundamental human rights of expression and gathering. Kuba abantu bakkirizibwa okukuŋŋaana, okitegeera. So clearly wano gavumenti ekolera ani? Ekolera Bobi Wine, naye tebakimanyi. Either bakimanyi naye bakikola lwa butamanya, oba just bagobera amateeka ga mukama waabwe. So waliwo omukyala ali Canada, bamuyita Lily Obina. She's a Canadian Ugandan living over there. And she had this to say about what police is actually doing to Bobi Wine.
Hello, my people. Today, this video is for my UPDF and the police. And this is in regards to Noop and Bobi Wine. Me, I'm a Canadian. I live in Canada and I know how Canadians think, or the Western world, what they think sometimes. Every single opportunity that you mishandle Bobi or you mishandle youth and it is broadcasted, because they come and take those videos and go show the Western governments how they're being mistreated. That is ka-ching-ching, as we say, that is money in their pocket. You're helping them fund chaos in Uganda. So, my humble request to you is that leave those people to do their campaigns, because if it is brain to brain, they go nowhere. But if it is being chased on the streets, that is where they get mileage. So, this is just my humble opinion. Don't come after me. I'm just giving a suggestion as a free Ugandan who loves her country. Just escort him nicely to his events. You will see that he has nothing to tell Ugandans. The billions of shillings that you are using to try to stop Bobi, please put it on those youth that are frustrated and are going after him because he's being victimized. Put some funding for young people to get not even employment, to empower them, create for them businesses. These are young kids who are on the streets, who are at their wits' end on how to make life. So instead of spending all that money trying to stop Bobi, you spend it on the youth, because they are going after Bobi because they think there is hope. Give them hope. Give them hope using that money. Anyway, it's just my opinion. Don't come after me because I said this, okay?
Y'all need to refocus your energies. I don't know who leads the security team, strategy, and stuff like that. Y'all need to re-strategize and think afresh, because sometimes it's actually that there's some overzealous officers who actually do things to please the state, the man at the top. And yet the man at the top sometimes not even aware of what is happening, because he has a lot of things on his hands. So some of the things actually are being done by overzealous officers who think they're doing the state a favor by stopping Bobi Wine from going to these rallies, Yeah, so that's all I have to say and share with you guys. But what else can I add? I don't really have much to add on to that, except for maybe the other thing that I could have talked about was the Matthias Walkaga issue. That I feel is a little bit intricate for me to be delving deep into right now. It's something that needs quite a bit of time to analyze a bit and get to understand. And for me, what I really I want to ask is, at this point in time, if Noop, how do they call it? If Noop if Noop nominates another candidate, is it possible that it can be, he can replace, he or she can replace Walkaga, or is it too late? Or then by them going to High Court, does it even change anything? Because lots of people have come up with analysis as to try and either blame Walkaga or speak in favor of Walkaga. But as far as I know, I don't think Walkaga actually stand any chance. But I will be coming back with another better video in regards to that. Do a bit of analysis and then we'll be good to go.